Hey, John, you're the only one in the class. Good evening, sir.
Afternoon, sir. Yes, sir. So far, I don't know if the weather is contributing to it, sir. It was raining earlier.
I wonder how the weather was doing that.
Say again, sir.
I'm saying, how would the weather contribute to their not being at class?
Maybe they are driving home, sir.
But driving home the prevent you from logging in. Have you finished the social media assignment, Greg?
Yes, sir. That's the one of the MoneyGram and the Jane.
Right. You uploaded it?
Yes, sir. Almarine uploaded it, sir.
Okay. Because I haven't checked yet. I was asking. So what are you doing for your digital marketing plan?
Say again, sir.
Which company are you looking at for your digital marketing plan?
That is separate from this one, sir?
Yes, that's the final, that's the exam assignment.
So we must.
It values 50 marks.
Oh. And you said that one must be done, what, singles?
Right. Our peers.
Oh, singles are peers.
Right. You're in the police force, right there, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Where is station? Over the same place in Spanish Town side?
No, sir. Downtown Kingston.
Okay, the downtown with the hardcore criminal.
Yes, sir. For close to 13 years old.
What? So you're supposed to get away with the ranks then?
No, sir. I'm yet to get started.
You're probably just being quite modest. You're way up in the ranks.
Yeah, I'm yet to get started.
You should go and do, probably need to go and do your master's in security, something.
Perhaps I just need to move on.
That too. That's part of the mix.
Yes, sir.
I would actually join the police force, but then when I'm way down the ranks, so that's not joining that fight. If I'm not coming in at a certain level, I'm not joining it.
That can happen, sir, but so only when programs are available.
Yeah, I know. The last commissioner did quote me for data.
Yes, and left.
And then she got in, he closed it and left.
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to wait until one more person comes in, then we begin, okay?
Yes, sir. Sir, so for the final paper, sir, where's the information for that one?
We looked at, so we started discussing, you came in last week late, right?
Yes, sir, the last half hour.
Right.
Sorry, jump on.
I'm not sure what happened a while ago. So I was saying that we started it started with content marketing. That's where we started the discussion. And then we went over into the digital marketing plan. So I started looking at the whole digital marketing strategy.
Okay, sir.
Right. So what I probably should do is to send it to you guys so that you actually have a sense of how it looks. Let me send it to you right now.
Sir, you abandoned the YouTube channel, sir.
No, I uploaded it. I uploaded actually yesterday or the day before.
Oh. So I guess I can go on it and view the recording.
Yes, it is there. Let me send
you're going to send the plan now?
I'm going to send you the lecture. You are part of the marketing year 3, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, here it is. So this is digital.
Sir, so no instruction out as yet for that?
No, I don't send the instruction yet. But technically what you're doing, you're actually writing a digital marketing plan for a local organization.
Okay.
That's pretty much it, but I'll send everything with the rubric and all of that.
Yes, sir.
All right, this is lecture. Let me...
So I was saying, sir, just have to think out of the box because the other day I participated in a process, but you know, I got knocked out at the assessment center. So
This is for the police, something in the police force.
yes, sir. But
what caused you to be knocked out?
Sir, to be honest, I don't know, sir. So you see, when you're unknown, you know, sometimes it's challenging.
Oh, so they make space for other people.
Yes, yes, you need some type of support sometimes to propel.
Well, true.
So, that's why people just keep leaving. People just
yeah,
leave.
I realize that a lot of people are leaving.
Yes, sir, because you know, after a while they see that it's not working out. So they recruit a lot, but people leaving.
Right now, I think they have another one out, another recruitment drive going on.
Yes, sir, because that's just an indication of how people are leaving.
Well, if I'm going to join me, I join up at the top, so I'm not have to leave.
Oh, you see, Brooks came in the other day, he got position.
Yes, that's well, I think that was more because they want some high profile person in the media.
Okay, yes, because they're focusing on, you know, digital now.
Right, so there's a lot of PR going on.
Yes, yes, yes. But his post is a civilian post, but you know, I guess the package is good, just to see him.
Oh, it's a civilian post?
Yes, sir.
So it's actually not police?
No, no, no.
So I'm just up in a police uniform then?
No, it's just a denim, but you
Oh,
know.
it's just a denim?
Yes, yes, yes. As if you look on the shoulder, you don't see any flash or anything. It's just the denim. Because they put him out as what some senior strategist. Some senior, I don't remember if he's senior public relations strategist, something like that.
Oh, this is the last week of teaching, no? Oh, God. I'm wondering if it's this week or that, or okay.
Today is what, the 17th?
Yeah. Check your email if you got the stuff.
Marketing email.
Yeah.
All right, let me check. Yes, sir. Three different set of documents.
Right. So you're based in Portmore and then put it all the way downtown?
Well, you know, I'm originally from St. Mary. I'm from St. Mary.
Oh, you're from all the way from St. Mary?
Yes, sir. But I've been in Kingston for almost. I've been a member for Roughly 13 years old. November coming 13 years.
I ain't not gone up the rank yet, man. You should have been commissioner by now.
That's how it is, sir.
God. I know that all organizations, not just the police force, comes with politics when it comes on to promotion and things like that. Trust me. Even at
Yes,
the college I work, it has its own politics. So
sometimes if it is up to you alone or the hard work, then fine, but it has external factors.
yes, there are other forces that help to determine what happens.
Yes.
Okay, so this was an example.
But you know, the avenue, sir, is just that you have to get yourself in a state of readiness. Because you know, I've
I
seen
agree.
people moved on to better and greater.
Of course, especially that kind of experience, you can
Yes,
definitely
yes,
move
yes.
on to better and greater things.
Yes, man, because I have a coworker. Well, he was here. He's not here anymore, sir, but he set up the LinkedIn profile thing because he joined with degree. And he's over in Japan now.
Oh,
I think
smart.
he's teaching English language, I think.
Oh, I get to go teach there many times. When you finish a degree, you can actually go in, but Japan too far for me. Me not go so far.
Yes, that's quite a distance.
I'm not going so far. They can't pay me to go that far.
Yeah, you know, well, I guess in his early 20s.
So
So,
yeah, man, him young, so he can always run.
yeah, man, in his 20s.
Me almost 40, so I can't just pop up and leave like that.
Yes.
If I'm going to go anywhere, it must be the US or Canada, but not so far. Over
Yes,
this.
sir, that is far.
Yeah. Japan is. I remember one time a brethren of mine went to Japan, and I think it took him up to 23 hours to reach.
Wow.
Me say what? Me say couldn't dead pan the plane them many times. I'm not going so far.
I get tormented.
Yeah, I'm not going so far. Me stay right at this side. Not so far. This is what web optimization. I'll teach that. Search engine optimization. I don't know where the rest of the class is. Almost every evening I have to struggle with these students who come to the class. These are the books. So who you live with in Portmore? Family?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. It's almost 40 minutes after the hour. No one else is in the class. Oh Lord. There's no way the weather can prevent persons from reaching class. All you need to do is to log in. All right, so now that I have someone else, I will just have to start. Good evening, everybody.
Evening again, sir.
I'm not sure what is happening in terms of the attendance, but we must proceed.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Yes.
Sir, we had problems to submit the work on Turnitin yesterday, but we sent it to your email.
I do not accept assignments via email. I'm not understanding why is it that you are having a challenge in terms of uploading the assignment.
Sir, the internet was weak.
Then how did you send it via email if the internet was weak?
Sir, I don't know. It was just not uploading on Turnitin. And I was trying earlier this morning, but it said the due date has passed. So the
Students,
first one I had,
you need to take responsibility when you come onto these things, you know, because anytime assignments are due, students always come with all kinds of stories. You're
No,
supposed
sir,
to.
but we sent it
I sent
yesterday,
it
so
to
it's
you.
not like it wasn't.
You're not supposed to email me any assignment. That's not the agreement. You're supposed to upload your assignment. How do I check for plagiarism? You're supposed to upload it. It's like I say to you, take the bus and you ride a bike and say, oh, but I ride a bike when you were told to take the bus. You're supposed to upload your assignment. Part of the reason you are not supposed to email me in the event that there is some discrepancy, I can actually go to Turnitin and I can tell the date and time when it was uploaded. So I don't have to be searching all over in my email. We have to maintain the integrity of the papers. And how we do that is upload it to Turnitin. And other persons were able to upload. So there was nothing wrong with Turnitin.
sir, I didn't say anything was wrong with Turnitin. I
So
said the internet wasn't uploading it on
look,
Turnitin. That's what
it cannot be the internet because you emailed it to me. It's the same internet you used
yes,
to
sir,
email.
but
It's the same internet
yes, sir.
you used
The
to upload
first
it.
work I uploaded on Turnitin, the internet wasn't uploading it, and I went to my neighbor. I couldn't go to my neighbor at that time. So I
In
sent
other
you
words,
the
you wait
email.
until last minute, which is 11:59, then you say that you couldn't go to your neighbor's house because it was too late in the night.
That wasn't 11:59. It was after 7.
Because I'm seeing 3 assignments uploaded, so I'm not sure what would have caused you not to be able to upload your assignment. And you should be able to still upload because there's a thing it's going to
Sir,
label
it
as
said
late.
it cannot upload again because the due date has passed. That's what it said.
People, you need to follow instructions. You're adults. You need to follow instructions. I'm sure you'd have said that to your own child or children or nieces or nephews. So you have to follow the rules of the game. Let me, today is the 16th. Today is the 17th. Please ensure to upload it now. Because I'm not going to check any email when I'm putting in the grades. All right, so we continue our discussion about, we were looking at social media strategy. And I did say to you that the final assignment, which is going to be your exam assignment, is going to be you writing a digital marketing plan. So that's where we're going to pick up. I'm just trying to locate my lecture. No, this is not what I'm looking for. I had it before. Just give me 1 sec. I think I just located it, but I lost it. This is a scan. This is the software. All right, can anybody remind me what are some of the core areas for the digital marketing plan that we had spoken about? What are some of the core areas? That must be included in your digital marketing plan? Does anybody remember? In terms of the table of content, how should it look? What should be included? Does anybody remember what we spoke about? All right, so we are very silent. All right, for the purposes of one person who was not here, let me repeat. Do I go through this first? I think I probably should go through this first. All right, so let's go here. But where is that? Give me 1 sec. I'm trying to find. That's not what I'm looking for. Where did I save it? It's probably not here. I think it's probably here. I saved it. Make sure to do this. Right. All right. I want for you guys to check your email to see if you got, this is not what I want to share. If you got the information on that I just sent earlier to the marketing year 3. Why does it keep saying that? Just check and tell me if you're seeing that in your email. Sure. Seeing that? Are you guys just check for me?
Yes, sir. An email is there, sir.
Okay, all right. So we did talk a little bit about the digital strategy, which is, so I'm just going to recap some of it as a way to segue into helping you to write your digital marketing plan. Has anyone ever written a marketing plan? Has anybody ever written a marketing plan? I am listening. Has anyone ever written a marketing plan? Adrian, Natisha, have you guys ever written a marketing plan? Natisha, anything from you? Have you ever written a marketing plan? Adrian, have you ever written a marketing plan?
Sir, we did something in, I'm trying to remember if it's a marketing plan. We did it in marketing strategies.
Okay. Do you remember what were some of the things involved in it?
Bring it up.
Like what are, in terms of the table of content, what are some of the components?
I'm looking for it.
All right, look for it and talk to me, because let's start there, because there you should have some amount of background in relation to that. Found it, Adrian? By any chance you found it?
Yes, sir.
All right, so are you able to share screen?
No, sir. You know, I have it on the phone. I'm looking at the phone.
Can you share it in the WhatsApp group?
All right. Yes, sir.
Yeah, share it in the WhatsApp group. You share it. You haven't shared it yet, Adrian?
Can check it now, sir.
Okay, all right. I think I see something coming. All right, so let's see what's happening here. Because I think it's probably the best place to start. Because all you're doing is literally writing a marketing plan, but this is just for a digital context. That's where it is. Right. So you have, so you have a lot of stuff here, man. All right, so let's share this as an example then. Let's start with what you guys have. All right, so screen share. All right, so I am seeing introduction, executive summary, situation analysis, marketing objectives, marketing strategies, schedules, sales promotion, budgets and profit, and all of that. Give me one. All right, so it means, therefore, everyone, that in your digital marketing plan, you will have an introduction, you will have an executive summary, and you will have a situation analysis, marketing objectives, probably marketing strategies. So at least for this part, you're going to have these things, at least not there. You're going to have all of these things in your digital marketing strategy. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So let me undo that. And of course, going into the document, there are various things that you're going to write. Goals, executive summary. And I'm not getting into the content of this because I'm going to share other actual examples with you. SWOT analysis. And I don't want these little things. I want far greater depth.
So you want detail.
Right, it needs to be a little bit more granular. It needs to be specific to the brand, in other words. And I'm going to share examples with you about it. All right. So if I were to ask you what is a marketing plan, what would you say, seeing that you guys have actually written a marketing plan? What would be your definition, therefore, of a marketing a marketing plan? What exactly are you engaging in when someone asks you to plan for the market? And there's silence again. I'm not sure what that means. Want to hazard, I guess. Is Natisha still there? Yes, go ahead.
Saying a marketing plan, sir, is a document. So it's like a framework. So it's like basically a framework outlining the strategies that an organization is going to use to generate awareness of a particular product or service. So, it's like a guide, sir.
It's like a guide. Okay. All right. Fair enough. So technically, to some extent, that's what it is, but it's a little bit more than that. So let's look. I'm going to walk you through a number of things using what is on Moodle first, and then probably adding some stuff. So the e-marketing plan, and E meaning electronic, but in our case, we're talking about a digital marketing plan. It's not really an e-marketing plan, it's a digital marketing plan. And as this says, it's a blueprint for the marketing strategy formulation and implementation. It serves as a roadmap to guide the firm, allocate resources, and make decisions. And that is actually very true. There are several things that you usually do when you're making, when you intend to write a digital marketing plan. Part of what you have to do is really look at the competitive landscape, do a SWOT analysis. You're looking at the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats that exist. And strengths and weaknesses are internal, opportunities and threats are external. And of course, writing now at the end your key performance indicators, and this is called, here it is seen as performance metrics. There are two types of plans, and I really don't want to get into the types of plans and all of that. I don't think that is really important to you being able to write an actual plan. But a part of what is important, though, is who is the new vet? No, I'm not getting to that. Oh Lord. So the marketing plan, marketing planning is a systematic and disciplined exercise to formulate marketing strategies. And marketing planning can be related to the organization as a whole or to strategic business units. In other words, there are times when you might write a digital marketing plan for Excelsior Community College itself as an institution, or the digital marketing strategy could be for the School of Business and Entrepreneurial Studies. It could be for the School of Nursing and Allied Health. It could be for the School of Cosmetology and Aesthetics. So there are ways in which there are two ways in which you can write a digital marketing plan for an organization. In your case, you actually have to write it for the entire organization, not for any business unit. All right. So let me just look at, so marketing planning is a forward-looking exercise which determines the future strategies of an organization with special reference to its product development, marketing development, channel design, sales promotion, and profitability. And of course, you might have that in it. Why is it important? It avoids future uncertainties. It helps management. It allows an organization to create objectives. It allows an organization to measure its performance. It helps for there to be some amount of coordination and communication between and among departments. And it helps to allocate resources efficiently and effectively. Also, it helps in terms of minimizing uncertainties in the marketplace for a company, because you are really doing some amount of research, looking at what is in the marketplace and trying to capitalize on opportunities and capitalize on your strengths and minimize threats and your weaknesses. As I said, I'm not going to get into all of this. Planning helps coordinating all the managerial. These are just definitional stuff. This is just a kind of looking at the role of management. So the role of management is to coordinate and control and all that. I'm not going to get into all of that, because some of those things would have been privy to. I like this idea though of it increasing efficiency, meaning that you're making use, the optimal use of the limited resources that are at your disposal. So it is meant to ensure efficient allocation and utilization of resources. It also compares the results with the set standards to ensure the efficiency of the organization. So part of what the digital marketing plan is supposed to do is to help the organization achieve its operational and financial goals. All right, consumer satisfaction. Under marketing plan, the needs and wants of the consumer are studied properly and marketing activities are channeled to provide better customer satisfaction. And what really marketing does, and what you're really doing in the marketing with a digital marketing plan is dividing the marketplace into various segments and going after the segments that give you the most profitable returns. And I think we have said that before, and this lecture is actually over. I don't know what the hell they put up on that thing. That's actually not enough for a marketing plan, but I really just wanted to show you what they had on their thing. This is what you shared with me. Let me just save it just in case. So I'm just really beginning a discussion about digital marketing, writing a digital marketing plan. Just kind of the beginning, a discussion about that. Let me close this document and go further into the discussion. Let us look at, do I go there yet? God. Let me just show you something else that they shared with us. Social media strategy. No, that's not where I saved it. All right, which one should I show first? Step 5. No, not this yet. Oh yes, I can show this actually. All right, so I'm just walking you through some of them, what they have given me, and then I'm going to walk you through an actual example of a digital marketing plan. So there are various steps in when you're writing your digital marketing plan. So we mentioned the situation analysis that looks at the strengths and weaknesses and opportunities that exist in the marketplace. And then we go on to know the strategic planning process, which involves determining the fit between the organization's objective skills and all of that, and actually, and it's changing market opportunities. Then of course, it is important for you to write objectives. And we did talk about the fact that these objectives must be smart, they must be measurable. And then now you get into a discussion about the various kinds of strategies that you're going to use in order to actually execute or to achieve these objectives. The implementation part of the plan, and then of course the budgeting, which is very, very important. And when you talked about evaluation plan, it is really talking about the key performance indicators. If you look even at the very social media strategy that you developed, it's technically the same thing with the digital marketing plan. The only difference is that the digital marketing plan is far more complex in terms of how you go about writing it. Because what you have to do for me, your digital marketing plan has to be both in Word and PowerPoint. So the Word document will be much longer, but the PowerPoint now is a presentation part of it, where you actually have to come and defend your marketing plan because I'll be asking you very serious questions. And that will actually happen during the exam period, because this is your what I call your exam assignment. So it's not you're not sitting down and doing an actual physical exam, but you're doing a coursework exam, and you have to actually defend the positions and the decisions that you make when you are writing the plan. I'm trying to just exhaust all that they have exposed, they have put on Moodle, but let me go into, I did the lecture last week, so let me go into looking now at an example. I'm not sure if you guys saw that I shared something about this place hiring people. I'm not sure if you guys are interested in being hired, but.
Yes, sir, I saw it, sir.
Yes, I have a friend, somebody I actually used to teach at UA. He is a part of that kind of thing. Okay. So let me share, where's the example I shared it last week? Let's just look through that example. I think I shared it again. All right, no, that's not it. So where is it? Right, here it is. So let's look at an actual example. All right, so this is an actual example that I found that is actually very, very thorough. Notice 48 pages. It's very, very thorough. And it says digital marketing analysis and plan for Daisy Bank Boutique. And when it talks about the analysis, this is where the SWOT analysis comes into play. And it gives you a general sense of the table of content, the introduction, some of what we spoke about before. And not all of these things necessarily will be in yours because you might not be using every single thing here. Everything might not be relevant, but for the most part, a lot are relevant to your developing your marketing plan. You can use this particular digital marketing, will follow this particular framework in terms of situation analysis, objective strategy. This is really the framework that you will be using. And in the first instance, you give the company profile. What is the company about? And remember now, you're talking about the company really in the digital sense. All right. Because so anything that you are actually talking about in company profile, ensure that there's somewhat of a kind of digital example of that. So in this case, there's a figure 2 indicating to me or indicating to the reader or the marker how the brand actually looks in the digital space. Then you go on to the situation analysis, and we have spoken about the situation analysis, looking at strengths and all of that. But what you're really looking at now is really doing an environmental analysis of the brand in relation to its digital competitors. So please remember that you're writing a digital marketing plan, and that is very, very critical in terms of understanding where you are in order to determine where you're going to go as a brand. And here are some of the stuff that in terms of the SWOT analysis. So here are some specific strengths. Number 1, TripAdvisor, high rankings on Google, which means that it ranks high in terms of search engine optimization. Weaknesses, no analytics or measuring being utilized. So I'm getting very specific things here being spoken about in terms of the situation analysis of the brand. Do you guys know the brands or brand that you're going to be using for your digital marketing plan? Have you selected the brand? Remember, this is either individual or peer, no group. So Adrian, do you know?
Sir, it seems as if I'll be working alone. I'm normally with 3 persons, but you know.
It's peer notes or individual, no group.
Yes, sir. So unless somebody else is going to join it.
But the thing that is more important to me is the selection of the digital brand or the brand that you're going to look at in the digital space. Aldine, do you know, are you working with somebody and do you know the brand with which you're working?
Sir? Working with Amory and we haven't decided. decided as yes, sir.
Okay. Natisha, do you know?
Sir, we can use like an airline.
Once it's a local airline, we don't want anything that is too international, not too far away from here, because this is where you now live.
Repeat, sir.
I'm saying we don't want any international brand. I wanted you to look at a local brand. So it can be an airline, you know, once it's within, it could be even Caribbean.
Okay.
Do you know which airline? Because I would want to approve it before.
No, we haven't chosen yet.
Okay. All right. Renee, do you know?
No, sir.
Sir, is Grace Kennedy good, sir?
Yes, you can look at Grace Kennedy. You can look at Grace Kennedy. No problem. So you don't have to make up your mind right now, you know. It's just that by see you on Wednesday, you should have a general sense.
Lasco.
All right. Somebody said Lasco. Okay. All right. All right. So the other thing now in terms of consumer insight, understanding why and how individuals and groups engage in consumer activities is important to truly understand your consumer. Retailers can use customer data to tailor offers and incentives to specific market segments. This might not necessarily, I'm not sure you'll be able to actually get information in relation to consumer insights, but what I would want for you to actually outline are the online touch points and the offline touch points. And I'm sure you understand that. Do you understand the online touch points? So anywhere a person interacts with your brand in the digital space is a touch point. And offline means that it is not digital. Anywhere where a person interacts with your brand outside of the digital sphere is an offline touch point. And what they're doing here is a matrix of new customers and existing customers. And I think this is actually a very good way for you to look at where the various touch points of the brands of where the brand is. All right. Then now they get into the whole notion of your the persona, and we spoke about this whole notion of brand persona. And I think by now most people, based on what I'm seeing, even in terms of the social media marketing plans, have a general sense of looking at brand personas. So you're looking at demographics, you're looking at psychographics, you're looking at behavior. And if you look here, you know, there are various things that are being used to determine or to create these brand personas. And what I like here is the whole notion of web usage. Is it that the person is a frequent web user? And if you look, I think these are 4 different segments. So we're seeing 1, 2, right? Are you seeing the different segments, people? There are 4 segments, right? 18 to 35,
Yes,
25 plus, 20 to 50, 0, and so forth. So there are different segments. And remember, you know, it's important. I keep saying this is something that marketers have to know. There might be many segments in the marketplace. You might have 10 segments in the marketplace for your brand. It doesn't mean that you're going to go after every single segment. You have to go over the segment that gives you the highest return. All right. Is this clear? All right, so product insight really goes to the unique selling proposition or points. So this is really what I want to think when when the heading says product insight. This is really what you're focusing on, the unique selling point. In other words, how is the brand positioned in the marketplace? How is it positioned in the marketplace? Unique and beautiful, and boutique, offering comfort and luxury, green in terms of environment and perk and all that. So you need to, again, and if you're looking at Grace, for example, you probably need to find Grace marketing plan or something like that. Or look at their annual report. Many of these big brands, if you look at their annual report, you gain a lot of insights into the brand. All right. And I think these are just actual advertisements indicating how the brand is positioned in the marketplace. So that's what the person is doing, using different ads by the brand to show how it is positioned in the marketplace. The competitor analysis, I'm sure you know this because you have actually had to do it in your social media marketing plan. Competitor analysis is very, very critical. You have to look at where your competitors are in relation to you. And remember now, you're looking at it in the digital space. Very, very important that you understand that. All right. And they have a lot of different things that are being used. I don't know that you necessarily need to do this. What I suggest you do is, for example, do the same thing you did in your social media marketing plan, where you look where they are in terms of probably search engine optimization, if they're where they rank and where your brand ranks. You look at where they are in terms of their followers on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter. You look to see if they have a TikTok account, things like that. You're going to look at these various things. And you can do something like this in terms of a kind of table kind of thing, making it very easier. Say over here you have competitors, you write the list of competitors, and then of course on the other side now you're looking at where they are in terms of ranking in relation to your brand. So your brand, you would actually write your brand here like Grace Kennedy, and all the various things now that you're trying to measure. So let us say you're trying to measure followers or whatever it is, and you fill in the blanks. This is important. Another part of your digital marketing plan is to look at your current channels. All right. What digital platforms are you using to do your promotions and communication? So in this case, there's a website, and I think there are other things. This is, as I said, this is quite detailed in terms of the model that they're using. You don't necessarily have to do all of this. Social media, so you have the website, social media, search engine optimization is another one. Just look at where they are. Give me one sec. All right. You would not be getting the analytics because you don't have backend access to the website. So you can ignore that section. There's no way you can get that kind of. Social media is very, very important. And as I said before, looking again, you're not going to have the back end to the website because you actually don't work at the company. But what you can look at is to see what kind of digital marketing platforms or channels are being used by the company that you're looking at. It is important now that you have your objectives. And if you notice here, the objective is to improve engagement with customers on the social media platforms. And one of the things that I wanted to bear in mind, and which was similar to what you did in your social media marketing plan, is that you segment it, or you not, well, let me not use the word segment it, but you stagger it in a way where I can see that probably the first 3 months, the next 6 months, the next 12 months, what are you doing? Are you trying to, in terms of the buyer's journey, are you trying to bring awareness, interest, consideration, conversion, or retention? So I need to get a sense of that. You can follow this model. So objective 1, objective 2, and as you realize that they're using the SMART objectives framework, and kind of giving a sense of what will, the purpose of what will happen there. Then the actual strategy now, the actual strategy, and this is a framework that I learned in Canada, but I'm not going to ask you to really look at this framework because it can be a little bit challenging. Target market strategy, right? So remember now, the segmentation and the targeting, we actually spoke about it in great depth in a previous lecture. So just remember the same thing is the STP. So segmentation, targeting, and positioning, very, very critical. And this is really what is being stated here in terms of demographic, geographic, and psychographic. We know that this is part of the segmentation, and we're looking at the social media user profile and so forth. Yeah, that's still the same. I don't necessarily want you to get into the customer engagement strategy per se, but the positioning strategy now is very, very important. How are you going to position the brand in the marketplace? All right, this is critical, and we spoke about it before in terms of unique selling proposition. How exactly are you going to position the brand in the marketplace? And the tactics now are what specific platforms you're going to use to achieve your objective. What I want for you to do for me is at least choose the brand that you plan to work with now and kind of give me a sense of the kinds of objectives that you would want to achieve with them, right? Just choose the brand, give me your table of content. I would love to see your table of content for your digital marketing plan. Let me email this to you guys. Do I have it? Let me just email it to you quickly so that you have it. Let me save it here. What is it, the title? Let me just email it to you right now and then give you some time to actually marketing. I think I saved it here. Yes. Sample digital. Are there any questions? Is it clear, guys? Please see an example of a digital marketing plan to use as a guide for your plan. Is it clear, guys? Making sense? You can check the email because I sent it. Is it clear? Hello? Adrian, Aldine, Renee, say something.
Yes, sir. I'm here, sir.
Is it clear? All right, so
Yes,
what I
sir.
want,
Yes, sir, clear.
okay, so what I want for you guys to do now is just to choose the brand that you want to work with. It doesn't have to be the actual brand that is finally going to be on the assignment. Develop your table of content and give me a sense of what are some of the things you intend, why you're looking at this particular brand, why are you looking at this particular brand, and how is it that you probably plan to position it in the marketplace, in the digital market space, all right, in terms of some of the platforms and all of that, okay? I'm going to give you about 15 minutes, okay, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to leave and come back in. Just one quick sec, because I must log into a quick 10 minutes thing and come back in. So I'm not gone, I'm just logging out to come back in, okay?
Yes, sir.
Cool.